Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a prophetic word given to me from the Lord on December the 10th, 2024. The word is demise, and this prophecy means that there is something that's about to be uprooted. It's about to come to an end. And so I'm going to just read you what the word means, and then I'm going to give you the scriptures that is in the Bible concerning this particular word. I'm just going to read them. I'm not going to elaborate on them. You can go and find out like what they mean for themselves. But all I know, reading them for myself, it is saying something is about to come to an end, in which what the word means as well. So demise is as in death, the permanent stopping of all the vital bodily activities. And so that means when something comes to an end, because one of the words under demise is end, expiration, exit, decease, assassination, suicide. So we know all these words mean when something comes to an end. Like if a person die, that's the end of that person. Basically, that is pretty much what this is meaning. And then there is dissolution. Then as in termination, the act of ceasing to exist. So when something no longer exists, that's the end of it. It's destruction, it's termination, it's the conclusion of it. And then as in downfall, a loss of status, like a setback, collapse, a breakdown, a crash, a come down when something comes down, a decline, a downfall of something. And then as in to die, to stop living. So basically like passing away, expire, disappear, depart, exit. So basically, I hope by now you get what is being said. Basically, the Lord is saying that there is something that is about to come to an end. So we pretty much need to pay attention. I know the Lord has been giving warnings on like lots of things. There's about to be judgment. That's the one that He has really, been giving me about judgment. And I've done several prophecies on judgment concerning Babylon. So this can mean anything when it comes to something coming down. I know also He gave me a prophecy for there's about to be an uprooting of like leaderships and things like that. And so like I said, it wasn't a specific way He gave me this. He just gave me the word demise. And me, I'm intentional. I always go to the Bible and find like the word, and I studied the definition to see maybe what it could be saying, but only God knows. Only God knows. So right here in Job 21 and 20, it says, let his own eyes see his demise. Let him drink from the almighty wrath. And that's Job 21 and 20. Psalms 37 and 34. It says, rely on the Lord, obey His commands, then He will permit you to possess the land. You will see the demise of evil men. So basically, the downfall of something. That is what this is saying. These scriptures are given like the downfall of something, the downfall of an enemy, the downfall of when of sin, like when sin keeps going and God has warned us and then God's wrath come, that's the downfall of something. Then it said, all day long they cause me trouble. They make a habit of plotting my demise. So they plot my death. They plot my downfall. So all day long they cause me trouble. They make a habit of plotting my downfall. My death. Something that comes to an end. Their slander, in Psalm 64:8, their slander will bring about their demise. All who see them will shudder. So, for my enemies talk about me, those waiting for a chance to kill me plot my demise. Psalm 73:19, how desolate they become in a mere moment. Terrifying judgments make their demise complete. So make their end complete. Isaiah 7:5. Syria has plotted with Ephraim and the son of Remallah. I'm thinking I'm saying that right. Ramallah, to bring about your demise. Isaiah 14:8. The evergreens also rejoice over your demise, as do the cedars of Lebanon, singing, since you fell asleep, no woodsman comes up to chop us down. Isaiah 15:5 says, my heart cries out because of Moab's plight, and for the fugitives stretch out as far as Zor and Eglah, for they weep as they make their way up the ascent of Leith. They loudly lament their demise on the road to Horonaim. Isaiah 16:7 says, so Moab wails over its demise. They all wail, completely devastated. They moan about what has happened to the raisin cakes of Ker-Herseth. These names. Lamentation 1:9 says, Tet, her minister flow, has soiled her clothing. She did not consider the consequences of her sin. Her demise was astonishing, and there was no one to comfort her. She cried, look, O Lord, on my affliction, because my enemies boast. And that is talking about what I said. Oh Lord, I'm tired. Babylon. That's what I was trying to say. That is talking about Babylon's downfall. It says Ezekiel 26:18. Now the coastland tremblon the day of your downfall. The islands in the sea are alarmed by your demise. Daniel 2:44. In the days of those kings, the God of heaven will raise up an everlasting kingdom that will not be destroyed, and a kingdom that will not be left to another people. It will break in pieces, bring about the demise of all these kingdoms, but it will stand forever. So that right there is talking about Babylon also. In the days of those kings, the God of heaven will raise up an everlasting kingdom that will not be destroyed, and a kingdom that will not be left to another people. It will break in pieces and bring about the demise of all kingdoms. And that sounds exactly like what I'm talking about. Let me go to Daniel's 2:44. So the divine kingdom, in the days of those final 10 kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed, nor will its sovereignty be left for another people. But it will crush and put an end to all these kingdoms. Okay, this is talking about the New Jerusalem. So God would get rid of all these other kingdoms. It said, "And though in the days of those final 10 kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed, nor will its sovereignty be left for another people. But it will crush and put an end to all these kingdoms and will stand forever." That is the New Jerusalem. Just as you saw that a stone was cut out of the mountains without hands, and that it crushed the iron, the bronze, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great God has revealed to the king what will take place in the future. So the dream is true. Its interpretation is trustworthy. Yeah. Okay. And then Nahum 3:19, your destruction is like an incurable wound. Your demise is like fatal injury. All who hear what has happened to you will clap their hands for joy, for no one ever escaped your endless cruelty. So this is talking pretty much about Babylon, which is an enemy to God, when and it's basically like an opposition to God. Nothing but sin. The same thing as Jerusalem back in the days in Lamentation, when God was warning them to, Sodom and Gomorrah, when God was warning them concerning their sin through Jeremiah. And, they mocked him, they laughed, they didn't believe, that anything was going to happen to them. But God did warn his people to get out, because Sodom and Gomorrah was going to be destroyed. And so we are we are headed towards something. I'm going to put it like that. We're headed towards something. There's about to be a great fall, and God is warning us about it. There's about to be a great falling, a great falling. And that is pretty much it. So just go and read the verses for yourselves, get a understanding for yourselves, and to God be the glory. In Jesus' name. I'll talk to you guys later.